the major one is the Supreme Codified Constitution for New Zealand, and that needs to entrench government goals and accountability for climate action. It also needs to include goals and accountability for housing and a number of other things. Favourite politician? Julianne Genter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And least favourite?
I can't say that! Surely that's like...
All right, mentors.
Yep, mentors. Julianne, I've spoken to quite considerably since joining the Greens, and has been, she's incredibly knowledgeable and intelligent, and has helped me a lot. And I'm hoping for you, Janie Sage, as well, to be a bit of a mentor. But yeah, I mean, in terms of how I got to where I am today, the biggest one would probably be my father, with regard to how he taught me to question everything and to listen. Probably the course that I got the most out of at university, that I didn't actually go to the classes all too much, nor read much of the coursework, was alternative dispute resolution. And that came with a prescribed course book, textbook, whatever you call it, for getting to yes. It's a weird name for a book, but basically it's by the Harbour Negotiation Project, and looks at ways to settle conflicts and disputes, obviously peacefully, but in a creative way. So that would be kind of top of the list. In terms of books, for kind of... I read a lot when I was a kid, and I didn't read much when I was at university, which is quite unfortunate. But I mean, probably The Catcher in the Rye is, just in terms of the way that it was written. I know that there's a lot of people who have issues with the way that the protagonist was characterised, and kind of how he was and who he was. I guess if we're talking about childhood novels as well, then it probably has to be Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. All very boring, banal books. Crash is a film that always had an impact on me, in terms of the way that obviously all of the different storylines are, there's so many different perspectives and characters, and speaks to the fact that we as humanity are kind of all connected. Then 1984 as another book on the top list, just insofar as it was one of the first dystopian novels that I ever read. Yeah, and obviously speaks to human nature and our follies. Because on cannabis, support full legalisation. Yep, and that is Green Party policy.
Okay.
Yep.
100%.
100% legalisation, yes. Obviously, it depends what the framework would look like with regard to legislation as to how that would be implemented. Not 100% insofar as it's available for every man, woman and child. There would obviously still be an R18 label, and we need to figure out how we would fit that into the smoke-free by 2020 vision as well. But we support legalisation, yeah, as opposed to decriminalisation, because that leaves gangs in the picture.